Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade, Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 17 review. Last night was the season finale episode, and I gotta say that the ladies showed up and showed out. Let's get into the review. So the episode begins with Liza and Marcus. Somebody in the comment section called them Larkas. That had me cracking up. They're doing their podcast, socially anxiety, what was it? Emotionally unstable. I don't know what the name of it is. But on the podcast, they discuss how his father said that he did not approve of their relationship. And Marcus says that his daddy called him before the video, got out and explained to him that he was just joking and all of this type of stuff. And that he never heard any cause for pause from his father about him dating Larsa. But he admits that Larsa was mortified by it because she didn't want people to think that she was lying. And he also admits that his father hasn't met any of his girlfriends, including Larsa. But once again, Larsa got her butt on Tamron Hall and lied and said that she spent time with them, had dinners with them, and spent holidays with him. So yeah, she was mortified because she was caught lying and putting 10 on 20 to try to make this relationship more than what it is. Okay. And it's ridiculous. And if you have not checked out my video that I posted yesterday where her cast members, Alexia and Marisol, were going in on her for the whole publicity stunt of the breakup that they did last week, make sure you check it out. I'm going to link it below in the comment section. So I just can't get with Larsa and Marcus. Everything about them just screams clout chasers, do anything for clout, fame hungry, and just they give me the ick. They really honestly do. And Marcus is really an embarrassment to his family and just to the culture, period. Like, gross. So Guerdy tells Nicole that Larsa texts her talking about that she bit her. Now they flash back the scene when they were in Mexico. And the ladies were on that boat. Everybody laughing and joking. Guerdy and Larsa are sitting next to each other. And Guerdy leans over and goes like this on her arm. Now, it was a playful bite. It wasn't hard. Everybody laughing and talking. Larsa was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Making it a big thing at the moment. But she did like one of those like, oh my God, what are you doing? But didn't really trip off of it until after the fact. Now she's bringing it up, talking about Guerdy bit her. She's bringing it up in podcast interviews to sensationalize the moment and to get headlines. And it's like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And that's why Guerdy was upset, because you keep on putting out these stories on me, trying to make me look crazy and trying to make me look bad. Like, dang on well we were playing. And Guerdy was like, I only felt comfortable with doing that because she was just there for me when we went to the church and I was crying. She was consoling me. So I'm thinking, okay, we've gotten past that. I can let my guard down with her. When you can't let your guard down with no snake. No, absolutely not. And it's like, Larsa, do you not care about the fact that this lady is going through what she's going through? Obviously, she does not. Like, she is the devil. She really honestly is. She is a horrible, horrible, horrible human being. So, Alexia talks to, what's her oldest son name? I forgot. Peter, about being Frankie's guardian if anything were to happen to her. And she was saying how years ago she wouldn't have been able to have this conversation with him because he wasn't mature enough. I don't really see how he mature enough now. But he was like, of course, my brother makes me happy. Of course, I will be there for my brother, which is great. So Lisa flies her mama and auntie in from Toronto, Canada. And we thinking that she bringing them in just to, show us her with her family and all of this stuff, because we rarely got to see any of her family on this show. It always seemed like she had a very distant relationship with her family. But no, we find out that Lisa brought her mama and auntie in to babysit her kids while she go on a vacation with Jody. Oh God, Lisa is a piece of work. Like, I loved Lisa, but this season she has really shown her butt. Like, what? Like, I'm just so confused. But we find out that her mama actually grew up in Jamaica and then moved to Canada. Her mama says that they stopped visiting, like her side of the family stopped visiting them because of Lenny's attitude. She would try to have conversations with him. He would just walk off in the middle. Like, he was really disrespectful. And Lisa put up with that mess. Meanwhile, he basically pushing your family away and letting his family verbally and mentally you know what I'm saying? And it's given very much she pushed her family away to keep that man. And if she was still with Lenny, her mama and them would not be down there. Honestly, truly. And that's sad, because I'm not never going to let no man come between me and my family. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm thinking all these years like that her mama wasn't really there for her. Like, it was weird the way, she portrayed her family, and then we find out that she ran away. Well, she left the household at 16 because there was no love in the family with her mom and dad. Like, it's weird. I don't know what's going on with Lisa, but I need to know more about her background, because her mama and auntie seemed like they were very level-headed, loving people, and her mama was saying how much she missed Lisa, and she seemed like she loves her daughter. So I don't know what's going on with Lisa. Guerdy, in a very emotional scene, and it had me boohoo crying, has decided to shave her head off before she starts chemo, because that's one of the main side effects of chemo. So she has braids in her hair, and she has her husband help cut the braids out of her hair. She's very emotional, and Russell helped shave her head. And now we see that even though chemo is done, she still is rocking her bald head. She looks beautiful. And once you do it, it is so freeing to have a bald head, y'all. It is so freeing. I currently have a bald head because I'm taking methotrexate, which is a chemotherapy medication that makes my hair shed a lot. So I haven't been able to grow my hair out like I want to. And it limits like the hairstyles that I can do. So at this point right now, I can let it grow out, but as soon as I let it grow out and I try to curl it, because y'all have seen me have my hair curled, after that, it starts shedding real bad and I have to chop it all off again. And so that's why I wear wigs again now, and been getting, wigs or whatever installed for the last year. But, hair to me is not a big deal. I've never been attached to hair. There are so many women that are and define themselves by their hair. And this was a very traumatic thing for Guerdy to go through, with being, bald, So I really felt her in that moment, but it was so loving to see Russell be like, you look good. Like, you look good. Like, you beautiful. Like, Russell is a real one. He a real one. I see why they have been together since they were teenagers. I love their connection. I love them as a family and as a couple. It was a beautiful scene to see. And she looked beautiful in the end. And it's just freeing. It really honestly is a freeing situation. So the ladies all gather for Adriana's performance. And Larsa sitting with the girls. She's steady lying about the Michael Jordan situation and get defensive when Julia questions her about how she told them when they were on vacation that everything was good and that his parents like her and they are supportive of the relationship. So now she's talking about I can call Marcus right now and y'all can talk to him. Y'all can talk to him about the situation. Like, she trying to make sure she cover her tracks, child. She ain't never been that accommodating when it comes to anything. So Guerdy comes, but she has a hat and a wig on or whatever, because, she's not ready to show her hair yet. And confronts Larsa about Bitegate. And Larsa is talking about, what you talking about? What happened? What did I do? But then Guerdy doesn't even say what it is. But Larsa was like, oh, you talking about you bit me. Yeah, you bit me or whatever. So how are you mad at me because you bit me? And it was like, girl, dang on well that lady was playing. Then she get to talking about, I was joking. No, you weren't. You were not. Because you weren't even joking about it when you talked about it in your confessional. So stop. So they going back and forth. And Larsa was like, I feel bad for you. Go take care of your health, Guerdy. I don't understand how nobody backhanded her. Guerdy got more composure than me, because I would have literally got up and choked the out of her. Real talk. And I was very disappointed in the ladies that they did not say nothing and tell her right then and there, like, no, that was downright low down, dirty, nasty of you to say. Have you lost your effing mind? Now, maybe they said that and they didn't show it, but none of them said nothing. Even Dr. Nicole, and I was pissed. You don't say no shit like that to nobody that's going through cancer. Go take care of your health like it's a common cold. What? Like, God got a rude awakening for that witch. God got a rude awakening for her. I will never, ever, 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 ever like her. Ever in a million years. I've never liked her. And now this has really cemented it for me. I will never like that lady. She is despicable. She really, honestly, truly is. So, mind you, Russell is literally a few feet away. He trying not to engage, but he getting pissed. So, Larsa then says that her arm was hurting after the bite. What she did to your arm is the equivalent of a little kid biting your arm. Girl, get out of here. You act like your arm was hurting like after you get a shot in your arm. Stop, girl. So if it was a joke, then why you talking about something your arm was hurting? You weren't joking. You were trying to put out negative press about Guerdy once again. So, Larsa, her confessional, Thompson, what else can I say to this poor woman? I'm like, I'm a victim here too. I'm sick too. I'm sick over it. Once again, making light that this woman is battling cancer, a disease. Like, what? Thompson, I'm sick too. I'm sick over it. Ooh, I don't understand how Guerdy at the reunion didn't leap over on her and two-piece her to the dome. Like, Larsa need her kicked. For real. Like, somebody need to pop her in her mouth, because she done hung around too many black people and the Kardashians or whatever. She did too many rappers, because that mouth of hers is too slick and she think that she invincible or something. Like, somebody really need to pop her one and remind her, girl, you will get your kicked, okay? Who you talking to like that? She gonna get hers, though. She gonna get hers in the worst way. So, she then runs over and tell Lisa what was going on and how it was a joke. Now, mind you, she'd already talked to Lisa about it, and Lisa was like, yeah, it was a joke. So Lisa then decided to come over there and defend Larsa to Guerdy and try to state her opinion about the situation. It was a joke. Let me just say, from my opinion, and Guerdy was like, I'm not doing this with you. No, you're about to defend her right now. Lisa, girl. So she was like, tomorrow I get chemo right after this. Blood work done right after this. Larsa Thompson, sorry, it's not my fault. Russell is like ready to tackle her. So Guerdy was like, it's about timing and the fact that no one here would do what she's doing. Larsa and Lisa still trying to plead their case like they right. And Guerdy then pulls off her hat and was like, this is what I did today. And she was like, you don't know how to be a friend to Larsa. And she does not. She does not know how. So Russell, at this point, because Larsa is still yelling at her, and Russell come over at this point because he didn't had enough. He was like, why are you dealing with this? Larsa Thompson, Russell, take your wife. And Russell was like, yo, Larsa, be respectful. Be respectful. Real talk. Be respectful. Like, he was done with her. And she was like, what? I'm just trying to explain. Nah. You better be glad Russell got some couth about him, because if that would have been a black husband, he would have cussed her out. Cussed her out for filth, honey. For filth. She better be glad Guerdy ain't had none of her people there with her. Cause baby, she would have got done up. So Guerdy apologized to her husband and leaves out. Meanwhile, Lisa running in behind her, trying to talk to her, and Nicole like, girl, just let her go. Let her go. That's my best friend. I know how she is when she mad. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. She eventually ends up coming back in, her and Russell. And Lisa and Larsa sit down and talk. And Larsa was like, it was a joke. It was a joke. And Lisa says to Larsa, you know, I'll always have your back. I'll tell you when you're wrong. Well, obviously, you don't have a good meter or measure of when somebody is wrong and right. Obviously, because of the way you behave this season. Like, Larsa should not be the person that you call friend. So, at the end, we find out, of course, that Nicole is pregnant. Thank God. Marcus buys Larsa 95-year-old self a promise ring. How juvenile. Please. Julie and Martina have resumed their adoption quest. Congratulations to them. And Guerdy rang the bell. I was so happy to see that. It took me back to the moment when I rang the bell. It was such a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I can't wait to the reunion next week. I'm so happy to see that Alexia and Larsa gonna get into it. Guerdy gonna be on Larsa behind. I'm ready for it. Julia gonna be on Larsa's behind. She deserves it. She really honestly does. And I was so happy to see so many people going in on her on social media last night. There were a few people that were sticking up for her and all of this stuff, talking about they sick of Guerdy, they sick of Guerdy. And y'all are soulless, heartless people as well. Point blank and the period. You guys, this Saturday at 9 p.m., I will be joining Ashley Silva and Winter from Love and Marriage DC on Ashley Silva's YouTube channel. We'll be doing a live where we'll be discussing this week's episode of Love and Marriage DC. So make sure you guys check me out over there this Saturday at 9 p.m. I'm going to give this week's episode it was a really good season finale. The Miami girls have been really consistent. I would say out of all of the reality shows, out of all of the Housewives shows that have just recently come on, of course, Salt Lake City #1. I will give Miami the #2 spot. I will then give Potomac 3, and then I'll give Beverly Hills 4. So, yeah, and also this Saturday, don't forget that I'll be dropping a mega Spill the Tea episode. Make sure you guys tune in for that as well. I love you guys. Make sure you thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.